What's up, everybody? I'm Bru.
And I'm Rae.
And we're Bru Rae. And we're back with another video. But before we get into that, we just want y'all to remember to
like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell and share the video with your friends. And without further ado, let's get into the video.
Alright guys, we're back with another video. One Piece, episode 4. And starting off on this video, we see Nami, the orange hair girl. She floating in the boat, acting like she's passed out or from
Damsel
the heat.
in distress.
Right, giving that vibe off. And these other pirates, they coming up, it's like 3 people, and they showing that, you know, they just received a treasure from somewhere. And they just floating, I guess, going back to where they supposed to be, to their captain. And they see her, and they pull up on her like, what's going on? And she raised her head up all smooth and sweet and stuff, and just
gosh, I need your help.
yeah, like, I got this treasure over here, and I can't seem to open it. Can you help me out? And they just got a treasure, and I noticed that their boat is also bigger than her boat. So they all go over there, which didn't make sense to me that it took all 3 of them when one person was doing the lock and the other 2 were just standing around or whatever. So while they was trying to get the treasure, she snuck onto their boat and she just slowly drifted away. And by the time they opened it and seen that it was a prank or that there was nothing in it, she was already, you know, far away from them. And then she just predicted the weather, or like pretty much said what the weather was about to be, and it came just like that. So obviously she has some type of sense or some type of power with weather, whether she can control it or whether she said and it comes, or if she's just good at, you know, what you call it, like
forecast.
Yeah, predicting the forecast, and that's what happens. So she makes off with their boat, their treasure. And right from there, we cut over to Zoro and Luffy. They pretty much in the same thing. Zoro just leaning back against the boat, looking
and
like he's asleep.
Luffy is starving. He's like, I'm starving.
Yeah, so they trying to find some land. And Zoro's like, hey, for somebody to want to be the pirate king, shouldn't you have some type of navigational skills? And Luffy's like, no, I pretty much just, you know, drift from place to place. That's all I've been doing since I got out here.
And it's almost like Luffy had a slick comeback for that, too. He was like, for a pirate hunter, you know, going around after pirates, even though Zoro said that he didn't call himself.
Yeah, he never called himself.
But Luffy was like, basically, the same thing. Well, how you don't know where to go?
He's like, I never called myself a bounty hunter. I just left looking for a certain man and couldn't get back to my village. And Luffy was like, oh,
so you're lost.
And he got mad. He was like, don't say it like that. Like, it's more to it than that.
But it's true.
Yeah, really, you just lost. You couldn't get back to your island. So now they floating around, and Luffy hat blows away. And but even before that, he was just saying, you know, we'll hit land soon. So his hat, the wind come through, blow his hat away, and they both is like, oh, you know, trying to catch it. They following it, looking up at it, trying to see where it's gonna land. And Zoro, or does Luffy? It looks like Zoro catches it and kind of just gives it to him. But the whole time this is going on, we also like seeing little glimpses of a flashback that's getting ready to happen. And it's this guy with red hair, and his name is Shanks, obviously. But he puts the hat on once Zoro catches it. That's what I think. Zoro catches it,
I think so,
and gives it to Luffy. But it goes straight into the flashback of this red hair guy putting the hat on. And right after that, so now we see Luffy as a kid. And the whole flashback is basically showing us kind of how Luffy got to where he is now, or showing the steps before present day. Luffy's a kid. He's hanging out in this bar type restaurant area with these pirates. And he's the captain, the dude with the red hair, Shanks, is what they call him. He's the captain of this crew, and it's a whole bunch of them. Like, they filling up the place. Yeah. And I'm wondering, like, if everybody there is, you know, a part of his crew.
I think so. I think it's everybody that's there is a part of his crew.
it's most likely because I mean I don't know if the regular people are like would they be scared to be in the restaurant with pirates who
True.
are known for that, but they just chilling, they just relaxing, they ain't doing nothing.
Eating and
The
drinking.
place ain't messed up. They just eating and drinking, having a good time with it with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And Luffy is trying to convince Shanks to let him join his crew. Take me out to sea with you. I'm gonna be a pirate.
Right.
And he's like, I'm strong. And you ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm a good swimmer.
My
He's like,
fists are like pistols.
yeah, my punch is so strong. It's like a pistol. He's like, oh, it's like a pistol. And we see this like 2 or 3 other guys they keep focusing on. It's like this big dude that always got like a ham hock in his hand with a bandana on. It's like a light skin or a black dude.
With
He got on a blue shirt.
His bandana reads Yasop or Yasop or something like that.
Yeah, like Yasop or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it's another dude. I think he had on a black shirt, but he's a white guy with black hair. So it's like kind of really focusing on them 3 besides the captain.
Right.
But the dude that had Yasop on his headband, he was like, you're too young. You're the same age as my kid. And Luffy's like, I ain't no kid. I'm an adult. Yeah,
I'm a grown man.
And Shanks slapped him and said, oh, calm down, Luffy. Here's some juice. And Luffy's like, oh, wow, thanks. Wow, thank you. And you start drinking the juice, and he's like, see, you're a kid. Because he's drinking juice.
It's like, that's no fair. Now, adults drink juice too, but that's neither here nor there.
Right, like, what else was he going to be drinking at this age?
Right.
But at the same time, they're pretty much just pointing out the fact that Luffy's a kid and that he's too young to do it. And Luffy is, like just dead set on going with them. So as this is happening, some other people come in. Like he kicked the door down and everything, and he's like, I see it's a bunch of. And I mean, as he walking up to the bar too, he talking like mad trash. Like, okay, so these are pirates. They don't look like much.
No.
They just sitting here eating and drinking.
He
like,
said they look pretty dumb to me.
Right. So he get up to the bar. He's like, hey, we mountain bandits. Like announcing what he is, cause pirates in there. Like they supposed to be more fierce or scarier than what a pirate's supposed to be.
Right.
Like, well, we mountain bandits and we here for some booze. And we not here to mess up the place. About 10 barrels of alcohol should do. And the lady behind the counter, she informs him that, I'm sorry, but we just ran out. And he's like, well, I'm looking at these pirates in here drinking on something. What is it, water? He's like, no, they drank the last of it. And Shanks, out of the kindness of his heart, see that they here for the alcohol. He offers them one last
bottle.
Yeah, one single bottle. He's like, here, you can have this if you want it. It hasn't been opened yet, and I'm sorry because it seems like we drank the place dry. And he was just like, okay, it looked like he was finna grab it, but he balled up his fist and punched it, broke the bottle on him.
And Shanks got alcohol all over him. Now I'm pretty sure he smelled like straight alcohol.
Right, and he was like, you think a single bottle will do for us? I mean, just being really rude. I mean, like he just offered you. I mean, you could have just kept the whole bottle to yourself. You didn't have to share with your crew. Anyway, so now Shanks is since he broke the bottle, Shanks is picking it up for the lady, and she's running around like, you don't have to do that. I got it. And right before she got around, the bandit takes out his sword and knocks some more dishes and stuff down. I'm like, bro, you just said you weren't here to mess up the place, but now you messing up the place.
Right.
But he was like, okay, so it seemed like Shanks, since it looked like you like to clean, this should be more fulfilling to you. I'm going to give you some more to do. And now Shanks, instead of, like kind of bent down on one knee, picking it up, now he kind of sitting flat on his butt or whatever, leaning back against the bar. And you can't see his eyes. His hat is pulled down. And so I'm like, okay, now maybe he finna fight. And, I mean, he didn't do nothing. He still just sat there. As the mountain bandit, he was like, you know what, forget it. It ain't worth it. You ain't worth my time as a pirate. And he also mentioned that I have a 8 million
berry bounty on my head. And I was like, okay, so you worth 8 million.
So he's supposed to be pretty strong. So I'm not sure if this is the first time we heard anything about bounties or.
I think it is.
Yeah, so that's pretty high. I'm guessing for a mountain bandit. or just for a person, period, I guess, at this point. But he walks away and just like, Shanks, you ain't worth my time, you know. And as they leave, Shanks like just bust out laughing because it was like almost silent first.
Yes.
And his crew was like, Captain, what's up? Like, we finna get this guy? Like, we
or
cool?
Not.
What's
like,
up?
we get him or not? So Shanks started laughing.
And then
everybody else started laughing.
It's like, okay, so we good. So they just having fun. But Luffy is heated.
Pissed.
I mean, he like, you know, what y'all laughing for? You're not a man.
Funny?
Y'all not even pirates to come in here and let another person do y'all like that. He said, I don't care what the situation is. He's like, you should have fight him. Yeah, why didn't you fight him?
It's like you got disrespected, and not only that, you got disrespected in front of your crew. Like, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, as the captain, and he's like, you know, calm down, Luffy. It's just some alcohol. It's just a little bit of alcohol spilled on me. No harm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no big deal. And Luffy get mad. He turn around and it's like this little treasure box sitting on the counter. And it got like this weird looking fruit in it.
It's purple.
Yeah, with the little swirlies in it.
Yeah.
So this is obviously clearly a devil fruit that we learned about earlier in the episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And he eats it. And Shanks notices that he's eating on something. And he get up in a panic and like, Luffy, what are you eating? And he's like, Luffy, just like, shut up, like, I'm eating. Shut up, I'm eating, leave me alone. And he like, you know what, spit it out right now. What are you doing? And then, as he holding Luffy upside down by his feet, Luffy drops to the floor, but he still got his feet in his hands.
And
where is it?
Brings back up.
Yeah,
right.
so, and this is the point where he turns into a rubber man.
Right, and this is my question. Why would you leave the fruit just laying out open like that on the counter next to Luffy? Because you said, Luffy, are you eating out of frustration again or something like that? So you know he eats. You see food, and it's just laying out in the chest open next to him. Why would you just leave it out like that?
Yeah, so more so the fact that the chest is open.
It's open.
Not that it's necessarily by him or on the counter.
Well, yeah, it's open. So if you guys can have a suggestion about that, leave it down in the comment section below.
Right, so now Shanks is like, you're stupid, because now you just lost the ability to swim for the rest of your life. And what you just ate is called a devil fruit. Mm-hmm. And now you are a rubber person. You're a rubber man.
You ate
like your whole body.
Gummo fruit.
Yeah, the gum fruit.
Gum fruit, sorry.
Gummo. It's all the same in Japanese, either way. But, so now he can't swim. Now he got this power.
Mm-hmm.
And it pretty much, it cuts away. And when it cuts away from that, we get another scene of the lady that's behind the counter. She's running. And we see, she's hauling tail to get to wherever she's trying to go. But she's running, and we find out that Luffy actually went after the mountain bandits because they had came back to the bar. Yeah, I'm guessing later on that day or the next day or whatever, because Luffy had on another shirt.
Yeah, and was still talking mad trash about the pirates.
Right, and Luffy being there just wasn't having it. He was like, shut up. Like, don't y'all ever disrespect Shanks or his crew while I'm sitting right here.
Right.
He probably didn't do nothing, but I'm going to do something. I'm going to step up. I ain't worried about none of y'all. And he a kid fighting grown men, like mountain bandits. People probably kill people. But he don't care. He said, I'm strong.
He's standing up for his friend.
His punches is strong as his pistols and stuff like that. But anyway, it looked like the mountain bandits kind of like just brushed it off, not paying him no attention because they were in the bar at this point. But now we cut to another part, and they're outside by this well. And Luffy is still right there, just talking in their ear. And now the dude that hit Luffy knocked him down or something, and now he got his foot on his face, and just like...
He got his foot on his face, and Luffy is still talking trash.
That's right. He said, did I offend you? Did I say something to offend you? Like, yeah, now I apologize. I mean, he
called them folks mountain apes, and I mean, Luffy was talking mad trash, and you got a foot in your face.
Right. So now I'm guessing he mad, and at this point, the lady, she reaches the mayor, and I'm like, why you go for the mayor? Like, why didn't you go try and find the pirate or whatever. But I'm guessing they had left at this point, or I thought they did anyway. So she went and got the mayor. Her and the mayor show up just in time before the man is about to stab Luffy. And he's begging, the mayor is begging for him to spare Luffy. But Luffy's still talking noise. He's like, you know what, kid, you're a lost cause. And he's about to kill him. But then they show the mayor and the lady, and right behind them is Shanks and the crew. I'm like, they just popped up out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
And
Nobody heard them coming?
Yeah,
Nobody-
footsteps. That's a
nobody
whole
heard
group
nothing.
of people.
Right.
Like, that's a whole pack
And nobody
of people.
heard nothing. Oh, okay.
He just snuck up quietly.
Okay.
Anyway, but Shanks is like, oh, I was wondering why the bar was empty, like nobody was there. Y'all all over here trying to see what's going on. And he noticed that he got Luffy up under his foot with his sword drawn. And the mountain bandit's like, oh, y'all still here? And it's like he was saying something, like he was trying to tell him something, and Shanks is just ignoring him. He's like, oh, Luffy, so I thought your punches were as strong as pistols. How you got, how you let him put you in this situation?
Right.
And the mountain bandit is saying something else, but Shanks is now walking towards him, like he finna go get Luffy. And he's the mountain bandit, the leader. He's like, don't take no more steps. Like, don't come any closer, or I'll have my crew member blow your head off. And so his crew members step off to the side or whatever, sneak up on him. Shanks still walking. And he's like, didn't you hear my captain or my leader say, don't take no more steps? And he got a gun pointed to his head. And Shanks stopped in his tracks. I'm like, oh, what's
It's about to go down.
Man, I'm like,
It's about to go
we finally get to
down.
see him fight or whatever. But he just sit there, he calm. He's like, you know what? He's like, now put your life on the line. And everybody like, huh? Like,
What?
you just randomly saying, put your life on the line. He's like, huh? Put your life on the line. Like, what you talking about? I'm saying guns ain't for threatening people.
Nope.
Huh? And then his crew member, the dude with the green bandana on, the big dude that always got the ham. They got the ham hock in his hand. He shot the bandit crew member and killed him. He's like, that's what I'm saying. Guns ain't for threatening, they for killing.
I mean, he did it right on point too, because it's like you were just standing back there, with the mayor and everybody, and of course Shanks walked up towards him, and you get there like in a flash.
Yeah, and
then you just blow his head off.
Right, and after Shanks member killed the bandit member, the bandits are like, oh, you're cheating, and the
You
pirates
fight
are like,
dirty.
yeah, you're like, y'all fighting dirty. He's like, what? We not saints. What you mean you fight dirty? Like, we pirates.
Right.
We ain't saints. We ain't good guys over here. Like, this is what we do. This the real thing. He said, y'all thought y'all was tough coming in here talking noise to us the other day, talking about y'all mountain bandits, but now this is a real pirate. So now Shanks got to give his speech. You know what? He's like, if I'm, if somebody wastes food or drink on me, no problem.
Or even spit on me.
Yeah, even if they spit on me, and I'm like, that's a tough one there.
That's a tough one right
If somebody
there.
spit on me,
Right. It's like, whoa, there's Shanks.
right. So Shanks is like, you know what? You can even spit on me. If it's spilled drink, if it's food, most of the time I'll just laugh it off and forget about it. But under no circumstance, in no situation, I don't care what the reason is.
Mm-hmm.
If you hurt, somebody I consider a friend, then, you got to die.
It's over with.
It's just simple as that. So the bandits, even though they shook right now, the leader got to get them back in line. He's like, attack, like kill them all.
Kill him, yeah.
And I'm thinking it's gonna be a battle between the pirates and the bandits. Man, the dude that was that had the black shirt on with the long black hair. He's like, you know what? I got this. And I'm thinking he pulling out a sword. He got a gun, and he got like the back of it too. Like he ain't shooting nobody. He just
when I saw this part in my head, I was just like, how weak you gotta be for a person to come at you with the back of a gun. You ain't even worth the front of the gun.
Yeah, and he stepped up. He was like, you know what? I got this. This should be enough. And he swung like 4 or 5 times, knocked all of them down. And now it's just the leader with the whole pirate crew.
And he looked shook.
Yeah, he's definitely scared at this point. And he they were saying something, but I don't remember exactly what they said. But he pulled out this smoke bomb, throw it down, and he escaped. But he escaped with Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
And after that serious scene, Shanks get real goofy and it's like, how did I let my guard down? He got away with Luffy. I'm like, bro, like
He's like, what should I do, guys?
Yeah, how they animated it just made him look real goofy after that whole serious scene. But the dude with the headband again was like, you know what, hey, calm down. It's not gonna take us long to find him. And the dude who just beat all the bandits up with the back of the gun, it's like he was smirking, looking back like, this guy's my captain. Like, I felt like he did that. Like, Zoro was like, you know what?
Like,
what did I get myself into? You
exactly.
know? But,
exactly.
So, the bandit has Luffy, and they in the water. He trying to escape. And he holding Luffy out over the water. Like, he finna drop him in there or whatever.
And Luffy told him, I hope you die.
Right. So, at this point, he just throw Luffy in the water. He's like, I'm tired. I ain't got to deal with you no more. You just ate the fruit, right? Or, I don't know if he knew or not, but he threw him in the water.
To kill Luffy.
Yeah, so he threw him in the water. And remember, because Luffy ate the devil fruit, he can't swim no more.
Mm-hmm.
So, now he just sitting there, you know, what is it? Paddling, panicking, trying to float for dear life. And the bandit thinking he did something special by killing the kid. He started laughing, but this big sea monster come up behind him, sneak up behind him. Well, not sneak, because he hear the water and he turned around like, what is this? And the monster eats him. Now Luffy is still in the water. Mm-hmm. So the bandit is dead, his crew is done, and Luffy in the water with this monster. And Luffy can't help, you know, he can't be quiet, he can't swim, he can't get away. So he making a lot of noise, and the monster put his eyes on him, and now he coming for Luffy. And right before he gets to Luffy, this is when Shanks show up, and he saves Luffy. And the monster took a bite, and, you know, went past them. You know, it was still close. And we see, I mean, we'll get to that, but, you know, Shanks saved Luffy. Luffy's like, oh, you know, pretty much grateful. Thank you. Yeah. Because I was finna be gone. But then...
I was finna get got.
Yeah, and the monster, like, after he took the bite, it's like he missed. He come back up, and he looking like, yeah, now I got 2 people to get. Mm-hmm. And Shanks giving him, like, the death stare.
I mean, like, the worst stare that you could give anybody, Shanks gave it to that monster, and it put a chill down the monster's spine. And I was like, what kind of show is this?
Alright, so the monster gets scared from a look.
From a look.
Anyway, he gets scared, he swims off. And this is when Luffy notices that even though you just saved me, he's crying. And Shanks like, what's wrong? He's like, Shanks, your arm is gone. He's like, don't worry about it. I'm like, don't worry about it.
It's just an arm.
Right.
What? It's like you can grow another one.
And so, flashback, coming to the end of the flashback, we see that Shanks and the crew is now about to leave. And he said, you know, Shanks says that they've been here for a long time. So I don't know exactly how long, but he's like, you know, it's been a long stay. It's time for us to get back out and, you know, do what we do. And he was messing with Luffy like, I know you're going to miss me, right? And Luffy was like, well, yeah, but I'm not going to ask you to join your crew no more. So I've decided I'm going to make my own crew, and I'm going to be a pirate on my own. And Shanks was just like, you know what? I wasn't going to take you with me no way. Like, even if you asked. Yeah, like being real funny, playful with him. And then he tell Luffy, you're not going to be a pirate. Luffy was like, whatever. Like, I'm going to be a pirate. I'm going to gather a crew, and they're going to be every bit as good as yours. And I'm going to be a pirate. I'm going to be the pirate king. I'm going to find the treasure. And this is when Shanks give him the hat and say, you know, well, let's make this our promise then. Like, when you become a great pirate and you come out to sea, bring me the hat back. And Luffy just sitting there crying because it's like he finally, kind of like an acknowledgement, like, or at least a promise to do this. So that's what, and then from this whole flashback, it shows, you know, like the importance of the hat and why it's so precious to Luffy, because it's based off a promise from somebody that he admired growing up. So now we back on the boat with Zoro and Luffy, and Luffy was still kind of spaced out, thinking about the flashback. And Zoro's like, you know what, Luffy, like, he like, don't spaz out or you're gonna lose your hat again. And Luffy's like, yeah, thank you, Zoro. And he put it on, but they still hungry.
Yes.
And he's like, well, I don't know what we gonna do. So they just sitting there, and this bird is flying by, and they both look up. It's like, oh, a bird, and it looks small.
It looks.
And Luffy was like, ah, great idea, let's eat it. They're like, how? He's like, I got it, don't worry about it. And he stretches and rockets to the bird. And all of a sudden, we think Luffy grabbing the bird. The bird actually then caught Luffy and got his head in his mouth, and he flying with him. Now Luffy screaming. Zoro trying to roll as fast as he can to go and get him and see where he at. But while Zoro is rowing, it's three people. The three people that Nami had tricked earlier, they in the water because I guess the storm that had came through destroyed the boat. And he's like, hey, like stop, like so we can get on. And Zoro like, I ain't got time to stop. Y'all just gonna have to try and get on y'all own. Get out the way. So they get on the boat, and Zoro's like, I'm surprised y'all got on there. And they threatened Zoro.
Trying to take the boat.
Taking the boat, like, yeah, this.
After he just helped y'all that quick, then you gonna try and take the boat from
I mean, he really didn't help him though. He's like, y'all just, if y'all get on, y'all get on. If y'all don't,
true.
Oh wait, I gotta keep going.
I mean, that's true.
And he's like, I'm surprised y'all got on. He's like, yeah, well, this is our boat now. I need you to stop. And so they're like, really? And so obviously he beat him up, and now he got them rowing. He's like, shoot, y'all dealing with y'all. I done lost where my captain then went.
Keep
rowing straight. And they telling him that, we're part of this pirate crew, the Buggy Pirates. And he don't know. Zoro's like, I don't know who that is. And it's like, oh, he's a terrible person. Like, he's our captain, and he's also eaten one of the devil fruits. And he's just a terrifying man. And from that point, we see a glimpse of his boat. We also see this town.
It looks terrible.
Yeah, so this is obviously where he has his boat buggy, where he has his boat docked at this town. And then we also see Nami again. So she then got to the town where Buggy is, and she then stole the chart from him of the Grand Line. So she's being chased by other members of his crew. And we also see like a small glimpse of Buggy's face. And then we see Luffy flying over, or the bird flying over with Luffy. And they say, Buggy or Captain, something's flying over port. And he just say, shoot it down. So after he shot it down, he killed the bird. Luffy flying down, and he laying right there where Nami is. So this will be the first time that they have actually been, met face to face. Because she's been around a few times, but never close enough to where they would actually lay eyes on each other. And after that, that's pretty much the end of the episode.
Yeah, once they do that, they kind of, I think they pretty much end off showing, if not all of it, but half of Buggy's face.
Yeah, well, his pirate flag.
His pirate flag, yeah. And it goes into kind of showing what he kind of looks like, which he kind of looks like a clown.
Right.
Go figure, Buggy the clown.
Right, so that's the end of this episode, guys.
So, guys, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you guys share the videos with your friends. And make sure you leave your comments down in the comment section below.
I've been Bru.
And I've been Rae.
And we'll
see you in the next one.